As you can see here, I have created a tier list of Halo games. Now, what makes this video special from all the other Halo tier lists on YouTube is that I have no nostalgia with any of these games. I got into the Halo franchise only a couple of years ago, like late 2021, I think. So I want to rank all the Halo games without the nostalgic glazing and the expectations of most people now. And of course, as a newer fan who is still in their teens and not reaching their 30s. Also, to point out, the reason why I feel I'm valid to make this list is because Marty O'Donnell himself commented on my video. That video right there. So I feel like I officially joined the Halo community and I shall share my opinion. As you can see here, we have a tier list of pure perfection. A, which is just good. B, it's like mid. C, it's like, I wouldn't replay that much. And heresy, which is downright awful. Actually, since we're speaking of that now, we'll put that there. Now I was about to say like I rank the games going in order from release date, but now we gotta talk about Halo 5 instantly. I played the campaign once, I have never touched it again. I do not like it. Halo 5 was released in the era of gaming where everything was a movement shooter, but we all know that Titanfall 2 did it best. Trying to implement that in Halo pissed everyone off and saying like this is not Halo. I agree. Though there are some people who actually like Halo 5's gameplay, which I don't blame them. It's like, it works well, but it's not for me. This is not the Halo I know. The story, it's trash. Cortana being the bad guy, which is like, okay, I didn't like it. Apparently some people actually like the storyline of where Cortana turned bad, but props to you. You're wrong, but props to you. It's multiplayer, what it offers, I have no problem with it. Forge and all its game modes, the weapons. Just the core gameplay of Halo 5 I do not like. And of course, without being said, the customization. Being home to the worst helmet, the ugliest helmet in the whole entire franchise. Now with that out of the way, we're going to now start first release in the franchise, Halo Combat Evolved, which I will place right here. In recent times, I've grown to appreciate Combat Evolved. When I first played it, it was like, oh wow, that's so cool. But I wouldn't find myself replaying it because I thought it was kind of a drag. But now, recent times, going back and doing a Halo CE run, I've grown massive appreciation for Combat Evolved. I like its simplistic art style. I actually prefer its 2001 graphics. I think that's my main drive of playing it. Of course, the story. I like how broad it is, unlike recent Halo titles where it's like an enclosed storytelling of like Chief's point of view. Halo CE was more broad scaled, which I like. Of course, the campaign provides various maps and environments to play. Apparently, people had a problem with backtracking. I love that idea. I love the idea that Halo CE backtracks its missions. And when I first played through it, I didn't even realize it. But then when I noticed it, it just clicked for me. It's like, wow, that's really cool. I really like the backtracking in Halo CE. The gameplay for me is good. It has like the arcadey feel, but for me it's just a little too loose from being perfection. And unfortunately, I was not surprised about the Flood appearance. I already knew what the Flood was. And when they showed up, I wasn't scared at all. Of course, the mission library on Legendary still scares the fuck out of me though. Now CE's multiplayer, with all the games that my demographic, teenagers, are supposed to play, they're highly competitive. The try-harding, sweat in the palms, soaking into the controller. When I played CE's multiplayer, the few matches I got to play, I was so relaxed. Like, it felt like a fun time. It didn't matter what game mode it was. It didn't matter what map I was. When I played Blood Gulch, I just sat on one of the bases and just nodded my head back and forth like I was doing a machinima, like Red vs. Blue. But I took it so seriously that it was so relaxing. But then again, this CE pistol was overpowered as fuck, and that goes both ways. So Halo Combat Evolved is an A tier, solid game up to now, somehow. Now, the legendary Halo 2, which will also go in A tier. Now, it's not perfection to me, and let me explain. I know some people think it's perfection. Not for me. There's only like two major things that's holding it back from perfection for me. It's really like the gameplay, and when I mean my gameplay, it's mostly just the campaign itself and the original graphics. Other than that though, everything else perfection would be, if everything else would be perfection. The story of Halo 2 is literally just a movie. It's cinema, especially with the anniversary Blur Studios cutscenes, it really feels like a movie. The only problem I had with the campaign is that I felt like it was just too linear for my liking. This is a Halo game, and don't worry, I know the history of Halo 2's development. I don't need to be called out for that too much, but I know why they made it so linear. I prefer my Halo games to be a bit more open space. That's really the only problem I have with the campaign, other than its legendary difficulty. I only made one video of Halo 2 Legendary with my friend Waffle, and there's a reason for that. Of course, with the anniversary come out, the graphics look amazing, but then when you hop on the original, it looks so damn ugly compared to CE, where it's so vibrant, so colorful. And then you look at Halo 2, it's great, and not like the 2010 era of like COD and Gears of War where everything was gritty. This just looks bland, desaturated to me. I mean, I don't like that. Now it's multiplayer. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really play too much Halo 2 original multiplayer due to the fact that I can't really find a match with one. But what I do remember is that it's very competitive because of the BR being a hit scan weapon. So yeah, I mean it's playable elites though. That's really cool. So it's an A tier. A tier for me. Now Halo 3. Perfection. Now this may be a generic answer, but there's a reason for that. It's Halo freaking 3. Not even the game gets to perfection. Halo 3's marketing gets a perfection of how they did that. But we're not talking about the marketing, we're talking about the game itself. Now Halo 3 stories did have a dial back from Halo 2. Now, I don't personally mind that at all. Dialing back the intense movie story from Halo 2 to 3, I don't mind that whatsoever. Now I can just focus on playing the game and experiencing it, because Halo 3 does something very unique. Its in-game moments are so much more memorable than Halo 2 and CE. For example, every Scarab fight, the last mission, the Warthog run, when the Forward Unto Dawn drops off the tank and the Covenant mission. Like, these are memorable moments that you just remember because they're in gameplay, which is fucking amazing. Now, its art style still holds up today. It's stylized in a way that makes it appealing to look even now. For a game that came out on my birth year, this still looks appealing to me. And Halo 3's multiplayer is one of the best multiplayers Halo has. I remember like when there was only a month left till Halo Infinite releases, I was grinding Halo 3 multiplayer so much, and that was a fun time. What I felt, it was like CE's unseriousness, having fun, and Halo's 2 competitive combined, which is perfection. And also its customization, the armors look so good. I'm not talking about the Halo Online armor, I'm talking about the core Halo 3 armor sets. EVA all the way. Cons though, I do have to talk about some cons though. Now the elites did take a minor hit, making them look more hunchback. For the brutes, they just turn to replacement of the elites, and they're really easy to fight. But with this campaign, the multiplayer, art style, even the story itself, the music, its marketing, perfection. Now, I don't know why I put this on the list, but I have Halo Wars 1. I never actually played it. I've just seen all the cutscenes. So we're just gonna rank Halo Wars from a story aspect and what it provides. And I'm pretty sure Halo Wars takes place before Reach even. I'm sorry for all the Halo Wars fans out there, but kind of mid story. Plus, I don't really do top-down strategy games. And its story is there's cool. Gave us some cool characters. Gave us Jerome and Red Team. But since I haven't played it, and honestly, the story is kind of forgettable, I'm placing it C tier. Next game on our list is Halo 3 ODST. Now, I'm not actually sure where to place this. I really like ODST. Ooh, I don't know where to put this. Actually, we're gonna do this. For each tier line, whatever's like on top will be the highest. So we're just gonna put this on between Halo CE. I just debunked 2. That's really good. I really enjoyed ODST. ODST, what does it do great? That you're not a Spartan, you're an ODST, and this actually takes place between 2 and 3. So perfect. The gameplay itself is more challenging than Halo 3. It's more fun to fight the brutes in ODST in 3 basically. I enjoy the campaign of ODST 2 where you're the rookie and then you just play the flashbacks of each member of your squad. I think that's very unique storytelling and I like it a lot for Halo. And the music, the little jazz, iconic. ODST's music, iconic. And let's not forget what it introduced, Firefight, which thankfully, as of now, has been included in every game since. This of course includes Infinite now. ODST, really good game. Some cons. If you're first playing the game, I got really lost in the on the rookie sections. I like severely lost. That's why I don't really play open world games. I got so lost in ODST where it made me not want to replay it. Of course, legendary is still frustrating considering that you're in ODST now, but those are like slight nitpicks and not really cons. But it's very tempting to put in perfection, but there might be. Move. It was. It's so close. It's very close. Very close. Next to come out is Reach. When I said I had no nostalgia with the Halo franchise, I kind of lied. I have like the bare bone nostalgia for Halo Reach. It's not the kind of nostalgia you're thinking of. I was abused in Reach. Basically, I had an older cousin who currently still has a Reach poster up on his walls. I remember when I was a wee child, could barely process a thought. He made me and my other cousin play Reach with him. We didn't do the campaign or regular multiplayer. I have no memory of the campaign back in the day. We only did Forge and custom games. And I just remember him executing us. Cyberbullying us. Again and again. But beside that... Oh shoot! Boom. The original Rogue One. What I like about Reach, why I think it's perfection, is because of its art style, its gameplay, its story, the art style. They made like in the 2010 era, where everything turned gritty war stories, they somehow fit that into Halo's art style, without making it look desaturated like in Halo 2, which I love. It made the Spartans look more tactical, and the Covenant more threatening. Look at the elites, don't look at the brutes. It's gameplay. Some people hate Bloom. I actually don't mind it at all. I like the Bloom. Of course, this is the game where it introduced Sprint, which caused a lot of controversy. I don't care. I do not care. Now for its campaign, I love the campaign. That's because, of course, like I said, the gameplay, but also its story. I like replaying Reach just to get to cutscenes. Halo Reach has memorable characters for the little time that you get to know them. There's only like an hour cutscenes, and yet you get so attached to Carter, George, I miss George, Kat, Emil. You get so attached to them, so when they die, you're like, what the fuck? The story points of when each Spartan dies hits. It does. It's not forced, which is great. And of course, the ending is also great. There is one con to this though. As much as I glaze over Halo Reach's story, campaign, and gameplay and art style, I don't like the multiplayer. I mean, it's fun. It's really fun. But compared to the rest of these games, boom bam bop, I don't know, Halo Reach's multiplayer doesn't click with me that much. It's still fun, I can still dominate sometimes, but to me it doesn't hit too hard compared to this. Halo 4, we're gonna place Halo 4 mid. Now recently people are saying that Halo 4 isn't as bad as people remember. Now me playing it, I don't like the art style. The gameplay is like a dumbed down version of Reach to me. The story's alright. So all around, Halo 4 to me is just mid. If Cortana stayed dead in Halo 4, I would have been satisfied of where she left off. Not gonna lie. Now to its multiplayer, it just is COD. COD with Halo weapons and energy shields. Next up, Halo Wars 2. We're gonna put that up here, bottom A tier. Now props that Halo Wars introduced a new faction and introduced them well. Of course, again, with Blur Studios doing its cinematics, basically even ups that. They redesigned the brutes to make them look menacing, though a little problems with an orc looking face. But the armors look cool, the faction looks cool. The story of Halo Wars 2 is kind of forgettable too, and of course left on a cliffhanger that will never be explained. I'm aware that Halo Wars 2 has a multiplayer, I have no idea how that works. And with the 2 hours that I played this game, it's fun. I liked it. Bottom A tier. It's not a bad game at all. Now, for the most recent Halo title, Halo Infinite. This of course includes the campaign and multiplayer. Now, no way it belongs up here. Bottom, now I'm thinking either top B tier or bottom A tier. I bet some of you are pissed and commenting down below that I even think putting Halo Infinite among these. And you're right, this will be in the top of B tier. Halo Infinite's campaign is good. Halo Infinite is an open world game. Not too open world, it is like segmented open world, if that makes sense. Which I actually like that. Halo Infinite's gameplay is perfection. And we all agreed when Halo Infinite released, and probably we still all do, Halo Infinite's gameplay, the campaign and multiplayer is fantastic. It feels nice, it plays nice, it's good. Especially now in multiplayer, considering that they fixed the desync issue like months ago now. So I really like Halo Infinite's gameplay. It actually reminds me a lot of Halo 3 for some reason. Now for the main story of Halo Infinite, that's where the part where I go, meh. I haven't heard a damn thing about the Endless since Halo Infinite released. I haven't heard a damn thing. We know nothing about them. There are cool moments still in Halo Infinite. There's like only like barely a handful, but they're still there. Eshram felt like Bowser. What I have to say. The brutes look good. Still look like orcs and less like monkeys. Bringing back a Cortana-like character, where it worked. It fucking worked. We can agree that. Everyone seems fine with her, which is impressive they even pulled off in the first place. And ballsy they went that route. I remember thinking when they first introduced that there's going to be a Cortana-like replacement, I was worried as hell. But thank God they made it work. Of course, there are disappointments with Halo Infinite's campaign too. I don't really have to go into it much, but basically, the whole entire open world is the Pacific Northwest environment, and there's only like 2 other environments in the game, and that's it. That's all I have to say about the campaign. And now for its multiplayer. Hey, it's 2025 now. I think it's worth trying out Halo Infinite again if you haven't. I'm saying this because if you've left in the past few months, you haven't touched Halo Infinite since like March, try the game again. There's actually a lot of stuff and it runs good now, for me at least. And the game does provide lots of content now, like an actual good amount of content for the base, not even counting custom games. Speaking of which, I don't really have cons about Halo Infinite's multiplayer. I guess the only con I could say is that it's very sweaty now, considering that the main people that play Halo Infinite are the people who only play in Halo Infinite. Me saying this may be a skill issue, but I'll own up to that. I don't even play ranked. I know my place. Halo Infinite is a very top B tier. If there were slight improvements focusing on the campaign, as of now, Halo Infinite's multiplayer, it provides content, there's stuff to grind for free, and the gameplay feels nice. So multiplayer I don't have really problems with. The campaign, if they were to add that DLC like they say they would, this would be an A tier. But sadly, as of Halo Infinite now, it is just a B. High B. If I could put in B plus, I would. With that being said, this is my tier list on the Halo games. Halo 3 in Reach in Perfection, Halo ODST, CE, Halo 2, and Halo Wars 2 are in A. B tier is Halo Infinite and Halo 4, Wars is C, and Heresy is the unnamed factor. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed listening to my rants about these games. If you want to speak up your opinion, the comments are down below. I will read them all. I have read many paragraphs, and I will continue to. And if you haven't already, now check out this video right here, where I talked about how I got into this franchise in the first place, and why I'm so headstrong about it. And here about why the brutes aren't as cool anymore. Anyways, I'll see you in those videos, and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time.